Hey there, I'm Lee Wade. You just tuned into WYSO Youth Radio, a teen-led group called BATS, or Bringing Awareness to Students in Clark County, came to WYSO in February to create public service announcements, or PSAs. Here's Emerson Babian talking about the importance of daily exercise and movement for young people's physical and mental health. First, we'll hear his PSA, encouraging students to swap some screen time for physical activity. Then, we'll hear him discuss why exercise often gets overlooked and the barriers that keep many students from staying active.
Make your future self proud? Get moving now. Did you know that the average person spends 2 hours and 43 minutes on social media every day? Did you also know that if you spent just 1/5 of that time exercising every day, then you could improve your sleep, mood, and energy levels, and reduce your blood pressure and the risk of cognitive decline? For those who don't know, that means brain power. That means that just riding your bike around your neighborhood every day could improve your quality of life in at least 5 different ways. There's no excuse not to let loose. Make your future self proud. Get moving now. Hello, my name is Emerson Babian. I go to Springfield High School, and I'm a sophomore. For my project, I chose basically a reminder to get the correct amount of exercise every day, every week. It's pretty important to me because it's something that's so easy to do, but also easy to forget about. And it's really important to do it because it can help you in so many ways. You know, it can help your neurological abilities, your cognitive decline will slow. It'll help you really with your physical abilities and your mental abilities. It's just really important. So it kind of stuck out to me as something that it gets overlooked a lot because people think that it just happens naturally, but it's really something that you have to pay attention to and go out and do. You got to get the right amount of exercise. So I definitely think that it's really just different for everybody's situation because I have a lot of friends that play sports, and when they're playing those sports, they're definitely getting the right amount of exercise. But I also have a lot of friends that don't do sports, that just kind of go home every day and just relax, and that's something that kind of worries me because I feel like if you're not really paying attention to it, especially as a kid, it can really set you on a path where you just, the older you get, the less you really think to yourself, I'm going to go take a walk or I'm going to go play soccer with my friends. So I think some of the barriers that stop a lot of kids from doing it is the idea that you can only play a sport or do something at your high school if you're good at it, and that's certainly not the case. And I also think that high schools kind of make it seem that way with tryouts and, ways that make kids think that they have to be, a really good soccer player to go, practice soccer every day or go try out for the soccer team. So, yeah. They say the more trees you see every day, the healthier you are. I think a lot of kids don't get that fresh air because you're in school and then you go home, and there's really those two settings. Even just going on a walk every day, even if you're not running, if you're not playing a sport, just going on a walk to the stoplight and back is getting the fresh air, looking around, noticing things. It's not about demanding exercise. It's more about just moving, getting a feel. Cell phones are definitely a barrier for especially a lot of teenagers because, you really just get enclosed by them because they have so many reasons to stay on your cell phone. There's, you have your social medias, you have all of your messages, you have all these entertainment apps that make it really easy just to get soaked in. The average person watches social media, uses their phone for 2 hours and 43 minutes every day. And if you just spend 1/5 of that time, just about 30 minutes, taking a walk, riding a bike, playing your favorite sport every day, then that could really help you in a ton of different ways, more than, scrolling down on your TikTok or, watching YouTube for 2.5 hours.
That was Emerson Babian. Special thanks to Beth Dixon and Cuyahoga County poet Lorette Honeybell Bay for working with us on this project. WYSO Youth Radio is made possible with support from the Virginia W. Kettering Foundation and the Ohio Arts Council, and it's produced right here at WYSO in the Eichelberger Center for Community Voices.